Good afternoon, Foundations family. Today's story we will be reading is Kayak Girl, written by Monica Devine, illustrated by Mindy Dower. The days were long and bright in the land of the midnight sun. It was a time when Jana tromped in the woods, picking fireweed for her mother's kitchen and collecting rocks on the beach to paint the colors of birds' eggs. This summer, Jana was too tired to go outside and play. She did not feel like drawing pictures in the sand with her story knife. She did not want to help her father catch red salmon in long, billowy nets on the river. Ever since that terrible day when her mother died, Jana just sat in her room, looking out the cabin window, watching the leaves twirl on their branches. One day, Jana's grandfather came to visit from a village far upriver. Grandfather was a carver. Though he brought Jana her own set of carving tools, she did not care to join him. Instead, she watched grandfather's long brown fingers turn and shave and smooth the weathered wood. Grandfather carved a long, skinny boat with a girl inside. "Let's call her Kayak Girl," he said. "Why don't you walk down to the river and set her afloat where she belongs?" But Jana did not want to walk down to the river. So there the boat sat in a dark, dusty corner, alone and forgotten. After many days, Grandfather packed his bag and turned to face upriver. "It's time for me to go home, Jana," he said. "I will take Kayak Girl with me and put her in the river for you. One day she will return, but you must walk to the river's edge every day, no matter the weather, and watch for her. Will you promise to keep the river company?" he asked. "Oh, all right," Jana sighed, hugging him tightly. When Grandfather arrived home, he knelt at the river's edge and gave the boat a nudge. "Go, Kayak Girl, and bring back Jana's spirit," he whispered. The boat swayed in the lazy current. Slowly the river pushed her along until an eagle swooped down, then darted skyward, tipping her on her side. Spinning and twirling, she tumbled downriver before coming to a rest on the river bank. Thick, black mud held her tight. Back home, Jana stepped out of bed. She poked her head out the window and smelled the tang of berries and faded fall leaves. "Where are you, Kayak Girl?" she wondered. Jana scanned the river below. Are you afraid? I remember feeling afraid. One time when I was little, I woke up crying. Mother said it was just a scary dream. She put her arms around me. There, sweet one, and sang a quiet song. Before long, I fell back asleep. I'm waiting for you, Kayak girl, Janice said. Don't be afraid. Soon after, the sky began to rain, hard rain. It poured and poured until the mud gave way and swoosh! Kayak girl plunged down the slippery slope. Free at last, she bounced on the waves until she came to a rest on a pebble beach. There she stayed for days. Back home, Jana walked down the hill to the river. For a moment she stopped and looked up. A gust of wind burst through the trees, and Jana's heart lifted. She looked up river and then down, but the boat was nowhere to be seen. Where are you, Kayak girl? Jana cried. Are you lost? I remember feeling lost when I was only 3. Mother and I went berry picking. I filled my bucket, but when I looked up, Mother was gone. I ran up and down the path. Mother, Mother! Suddenly she popped up. Here I am, honey. She wasn't far away after all. I'm waiting for you, Kayak girl, Jana said. You'll find your way. In the snowy days that followed, Jana walked to the river and watched. Every evening she stood outside and smelled the night air, waiting. One morning, Jana slipped on her coat, boots, and mittens. Rabbit tracks! She followed the zigzagging tracks until they disappeared at the river's edge. There she stood looking. Where are you, Kayak girl? Jana asked. Are you lonely? I remember feeling lonely when Auntie Clara was sick. Mother went away for a long time to take care of her. At first I was mad and wanted her to come home, but later she wrote me a letter and said, no matter how long she is gone, I will always be in your heart, dear one. After that, I didn't feel lonely anymore. I'm thinking of you, Kayak girl, Jana said. You are not alone. Days and weeks passed. The sun beat fiercely on the land and melted great mounds of snow. With a loud crack, the river ice burst open. Kayak girl spun into the rushing current. She bounced up and down wildly as the swift water pushed her along. Farther along, the river slowed. Jana stood at the river's edge waiting. An old log rolled by. A river otter popped up its head. Jana watched and watched. Then, inching toward the bank, pushed by a gentle breeze. Kayak girl! Jana stooped down and plucked her from the water, wiping her clean. Back home, she opened up her box of carving tools and smoothed Kayak's rough edges. Jana painted them from top to bottom and polished her to a shine. Boats don't belong sitting on a shelf, said Jana. Grandfather was right. So she knelt at the river's edge, gave Kayak Girl a nudge, and waved goodbye. Thank you for bringing back my spirit, she whispered. I am with you just like Mother is with me. The warm days of summer arrived. Jana picked fireweed and collected rocks on the beach. She helped her father catch red salmon in a long, billowy net on the river. And she drew pictures in the beach sand with her story knife, pictures of a girl in a long, skinny boat, bright and beautiful and strong, floating bravely to the sea. The end. So even if a sad situation happens within our life, there's always something to bring us joy back. Have a wonderful, blessed week. Koyana.